Hello and welcome into Sorare with Laird. Sorry, I'm already thrown off today. Welcome to Sorare with Laird. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Talking today about French football. That's all we do. We just play a bunch of French football on a site that also has access to other leagues. That's all. Thanks everyone for coming in. Ryan, Walter, David Alves, and Dobbsy on the podium. Congratulations to you three. David said, "Is it possible the podcast going to be in French?" It's possible, thanks to sites like HeyGen. Is that what it's called? But I don't know. I don't think I can do it. And now JPS is speaking French in the live chat. I don't even know what it says. There's a word McDonald's, sponsored by McDonald's. Oh, this podcast is sponsored by McDonald's. I'm going to guess what that says. I don't know what the other one is. Or maybe it's hello. That's we. Yes. Something. I don't know. I don't speak French. Genesis, what's up? Speaking of Ligue 1. Dobbsy, good to see you. Anyan. Philly Dilly said, "Laird, you have no idea how important this is. Do not be the first person to ever lose to the French army. Good afternoon, everyone." That is, that's tough. Genesis said, "There was a time years ago when you typed famous French military victories into Ask Jeeves or Yahoo or some other ancient search engine, and it answered, do you mean famous French military defeats?" This isn't really military, but you know what I had to do. Rico said, "Just had to watch the stream with Gator on 2X to make this one." Well, congrats. Thank you for doing that. And I made it on the telly for the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Love the look. I always love seeing people watch or like show me pictures of them watching any of my content on TV, because I never watch any YouTube content like on the TV. And so it's like a whole new thing, the whole concept that I just like don't usually kind of fit into my own life. I have done it every so often. I was trying to think when the last one, it might have been a Sorare After Dark, actually, that I watched on the TV. And obviously, like everyone in my house had gone to sleep, because that's the only time you can really watch Sorare After Dark with, with kids in the house. But yeah, I don't watch much on the television, but maybe I should. I think mostly it's because I'm at my desk so long, not this desk, but like the desk I usually work in. And so I just watch any sort of YouTube videos there. The only bad thing about having it on the TV is that it's annoying to chat. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. So you have to like dual screen it. I wonder, like, yeah, I'm curious how you do it. Anyway, but I appreciate everybody coming in. For those of you who were able to watch the Gator Guy stream from yesterday live, thank you for being a member of the Sorare with Laird Patreon, which anybody can join right below me here, patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird, to ensure that you get all the streams live when they happen and plenty of other content. This is a good question. Ryan Walter said, "Wait, it's Thursday. Where the hell is the other Andrew?" Which is absolutely fair. He said, "I'm only forgiving him if he's doing a Sorare After Dark very, very soon." I believe Sorare Andrews is going to return tomorrow, but there were some scheduling conflicts today, and I was like, "Hey, why don't we just do tomorrow? A Sorare Andrews on Friday doesn't seem that bad." And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I think Andy will be back tomorrow. I realized that we were off last week because I was off last week, and that's why there hasn't been Sorare Andrews in a bit. But don't worry, it'll come tomorrow. Philly Dilly said, "You should be able to hold down the Amazon Fire Stick microphone button and just scream into the chat." That's a great idea. Genuinely a great idea. I can't imagine that it would like actually transcribe the right things that we all said. As I just noticed, Francolino gets subbed out at halftime for Midtjylland, and they just conceded. So there goes my game week. Anyway, the point of today's show was kind of to go through what I had been talking about a little bit on, over the last few weeks, months even, about what my, among my Sorare 26 plans. And the reason I was going to, I was third in All-Star Super Rare until Midtjylland just conceded, and that was with a DNP. A 90% DNP, I think. Let's see. Let's just look at it painfully together. This was the line. Oh my God, I was in first and they just conceded. Oh. So Paulinho will lose 15 points for the goal conceded, and obviously Olafson's clean sheet is gone. Man, I was ahead of Pranksy. Oh, Mickey's right there. Oh, is there a VAR? I don't even know. Yeah, but Delaney didn't even play. And I don't know why. And frankly, I don't care. But anyway, the point of today was just kind of to go through. Oh, what's this? Do you want me to put your stream on a football stadium screen? I might be able to do it tomorrow. Yes. Absolutely. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Anyway, so I was going to focus on Ligue 1. And the reason I was going to do that is because I played champ in season last year, mostly with Ligue 1 and Serie A cards. And there wasn't any real justification for that other than they were a little cheaper. And they were mostly cheaper because Bundesliga, La Liga, and the Prem had their own competitions, which they still do. And so I had like a Strasbourg stack that was centered around Andre Santos. And then I got some Serie A defenders and goalkeepers. And I just kind of like got into Ligue 1 a little bit. I had a Gaetan Perrin, and my God, the goal has been called off. Sorry. So we're still possibly in it. What do I even win for this? I'm not probably going to win. Let's see. I'll probably finish like 17th, which gets me 500 essence. Some more renal entries. Anyway, so it's funny. I just like I just refreshed this page, and it's like I just came crashing down because all of the Olafson, but that'll come back. That's why I fell to third. Ugh. Anyway, sorry, I'm very distracted today. So the plan was to do champ in season again, and then Sorare 26 was announced, and I was like, yeah, that's my plan. And somebody's like, wait, there's no champ in season, and I was like, wait, what? And I saw that, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do after that. I like the Prem, I guess. I just don't follow the Premier League that much, and while it's probably the easiest league to follow for me, everything's in English. I can watch all the matches. I don't know. There's just something about it that it's almost like because there's so much interest in it, that's where everybody wants to play on Sorare. And a lot of the strategies that I take on Sorare is to find places where I don't have to compete against so many people. Or if I do, it's because I compete in places that have lots of options of players that I can play. And I feel like I have more of an edge that way. Whereas if I go in a single league competition, everyone kind of knows who the best players are, and people with bigger budgets ultimately end up getting more XP and more collection. And they just, I don't know. I've never really loved single league competitions. And I started playing MLS this season, the standalone comp. And it was like, all right, like I'll do this, I'll do some streaks or whatever. And I'll be honest, I just never got into it. And I've just never been like an MLS stan, despite being American. Everyone kind of thinks I know enough about MLS, and I just don't. It's just not a league that I follow that regularly. The irony of all of this is that I chose Ligue 1, and that's not a league I follow either. I did notice that I can watch matches, which we all know. Anybody who watches my stuff regularly knows I tend not to watch matches that much. But maybe I'll get into watching Ligue 1 here on BN Sport in the US. And the reason I chose Ligue 1 instead of Challenger, Jupiler, Eredivisie, La Liga, Bundesliga, or the Premier League is it felt the most reasonable for streaks. And the reason I say that is because the way that the scoring happens in Ligue 1 just feels like there are more players who score more than they do in other leagues. It's as simple as that. Like the Premier League's just not a very high scoring SO5 scoring league unless you have like the very expensive players who just smash. And La Liga outside of Barcelona and Real Madrid feels brutally low scoring. And as we learned, the streak level like thresholds don't change based on league. They're all the same. And so you want to be able to find leagues that are higher scoring. And the Bundesliga feels like it's a little more higher scoring, but it also has like 18 teams. It's fairly top heavy. I guess maybe like, if you skip Bayern because they're going to be the most expensive, and if you get, you can search around like Stuttgart or Dortmund, maybe Bayer Leverkusen, I doubt it, but like I don't know, it just didn't seem like a league I wanted to get into, and Ligue 1 did. And so I decided to go after it. And I had kind of this realization of doing it for streaks is fine, but obviously we want to score highly as well to win big prizes. And so the weird thing that I came across was basically I try to focus on competing against the fewest people as possible, or maybe the weakest competition. And yet here I am choosing the league, the home league of the platform and where most of the users are French. Sorry, did Midtjylland, did that goal not get called off? Did my SofaScore correction, was that wrong? Or did, oh no, it does say 2-0. Okay. Sorry, my Sorare hasn't updated yet. But anyway, so I'm like competing against all of the people who, like, the biggest nationality of users on Sorare is still French. No matter how much we want to think it's like in the UK, it's certainly not American, but like there's still a very large contingent of French users who play all types of competitions. Not to say they just play Ligue 1, but they certainly know their home league well. And now I'm choosing to compete against them. And I'm going to see if I'm up for the challenge. It's as simple as that. I kind of look at it as a secondary challenge of, can some random American who barely watches football beat a bunch of people who are competing in their home league? And so I'm going to try it. That's what I did. And I was going to do rare, which I talked about for a long time. I had accumulated a sizable enough balance where I could do it. And when I started seeing the initial prices, I was not completely deterred, but I was a bit disappointed is not even the right word either, but I basically just wasn't as excited to spend so much money on not being able to get 4 lineups. And I think competing for streaks, having 4 lineups is just so important. And so I was just kind of pricing out what I could get at limited. And given the initial bonuses for streaks, like the 5X and double streaks to the end of September, it just felt like I was more willing to, or I was more excited about having more access, or having access to more lineups than if I had played rare. Philly Dilly said, I think Prem is low-key good for streaks as the newly promoted teams are way worse than other leagues. I don't know if they are way worse. Like they have been the last 2 seasons, but I'm not sure they are way worse now. But also targeting opponents means you have to have like a ton of cards. And not that I'm trying to like moneyball this or RTG it, but I didn't really want to like overspend. Dobsy said the Prem promoted 3 are basically all off down. Bundes 2 promoted teams normally put up a fight. Maybe. Mike said, lucky you're fluent in French to get the local team news. Absolutely, Mike, absolutely. Goose said, I believe your edge could be XP because you play a lot of arena. Do you think your XP could gain you an advantage? Why does XP? Oh, just because I win XP. Yeah, so I actually spent 10,000 XP today in limited. And I did that in order to boost my lineups for this weekend. And so basically what I started to do was I saved a bunch of market credits too. So I had market credits plus a balance that I had been saving up. And I started putting together what collections I wanted to put together. PSG, I thought were just going to be way too expensive. And based on the prices that I'm paying for other cards, it's confirmed. Now, the other thing I'm doing, which feels incredibly emasculating, is playing classic rares in limited. And so I had bought a Hakimi in the off season. I bought a Kvaratskhelia the other day. And I had a few left, like other ones, meaning like I had a Bakwa from my Strasbourg collection last season. So I have 4 lineups right now in Ligue 1 in season, and I have a classic rare in each of them, which feels very strange. Mike said, bottom line, are you competing or competing? So I think it's actually a really good question. I think I'm big competing, but I don't really know yet. I don't know yet, and I'm not sure when I'm really going to know. I feel like I haven't gotten all of the most expensive non-PSG players, surely not. But I basically decided to focus on Monaco, Strasbourg, and then I felt like a lot of people were talking about Paris FC coming into the season, new ownership, they're going to spend. They signed a couple fun players. They already had some fun players from last year, newly promoted side. That's like they're over an OP Ligue 2 side that are now in Ligue 1. And I bought, and then I was trying to figure out whether I wanted to do I'll give Nep the full credit for this, kind of like the Nepenthes, multiple versions, or multiple cards of the same player from the same collection, just to kind of like maximize the XP and the collection bonus from those players. And I've done that with a few players, but I haven't done it yet. And but basically I went with like a Monaco defensive stack. I'm getting basically everyone I can from Strasbourg. And Paris FC, I bought Oben Cambadio, who is their goalkeeper, who sounds like he's going to be replaced by Kevin Trapp soon, which is a real bummer. But because I had him, I also got Otavio, who's one of their center backs, and I was going to get the other guy. I don't even remember what his name is. I got him on a watch list somewhere, but decided not to do that right away. So when I got into Monaco, they hadn't signed Lucas Herdecki yet. And so I was like, do I have to buy it? And I was basically waiting to see if they were going to mint his card for Monaco, or there was going to be this weird thing where he'd have Leverkusen cards and I have to wait. I eventually got one. I got a Herdecki. I got the 3 of 1,000, which I think ended up being a decent price based on where they've gone since then. Let's check. Let's see, 1 week. So I got this one, $89. And like it, it's on the lower part of the graph, kind of. What did I say? Yeah, 89, 85. Someone spent 100, and it seems like they're kind of in the 100 range-ish now. I guess they haven't really changed that much. But so I have one Herdecki, and unfortunately, unfortunately, I bought multiple Eric Dyers, and it seems like he is not going to be starting, maybe. Unfortunately, they have some center back rotation that I have to deal with. But these are kind of the lineups that I put together for this game week. I did have Kvaratskhelia in this first lineup. So I had Herdecki, Chao Enrique, Maxime Lopez from Paris FC. This was Kvaratskhelia. And then I have this Ishe Samuel Smith, who's starting instead of Gueladue, who I did buy also, but he's hurt. Genesis says Lamine Camara is going to be the Andre Santos of this season. So I don't have Camara yet. He was like way more expensive than I expected, and like still is. That's not going to stop me from getting him at some point, but I was surprised at how much he was. So yeah, he's at like $51 now. Although there is let's see, where was the last? Oh, I guess he's in the 40, let's call it $45. And so, yeah, I'll see, take some sets. Yeah. I was going to buy Pogba, but he's out for a little bit. I did buy Ansu Fati because they're just like for the lulls, but that was obviously just lighting that on fire. So maybe I'll get a Camara soon. Monaco were the biggest favorites this game week in Ligue 1, like by far. And so I was like, oh, I should get a ton of them. And then I went to Sorare Inside. That's who I use for lineup projections for the most part. I guess everybody does now. And I don't remember who does them. Bruley too, but basically I had Dyer. So I have Kerr and Dyer. I do not have Singo, but I've got Henrique here. Like I said, I have 2 Dyers. There's Kamara. And I assume that accumulation is leaving. That's all I read. That like I haven't bought him because it's like he's leaving. And then I haven't bought Mika Bierith because he's absurdly expensive too. But so I have Bakwa from my collection last year, and then I have this Strasbourg stack, Penders, who's actually very expensive for what he is. Penders, Mamadou Sarr. I do have a classic Sarr that I had in a lineup and then switched it up when I bought this one. Nanasi, Bakwa again, and then I have a Hakimi rare. And then this is the Paris FC. I obviously took Maxime Lopez. Like I didn't put him in this lineup here. Genesis says Bakwa will join Forest, which is like a terrible yuck. I thought he was going. Well, I saw Como for a while, but anyway, we'll see what happens to Bakwa. And then this is actually my Romain Del Castillo from my old Ren collection here with Lucas Hogsberg, who should hopefully start. And then I bought this Restus, who I can't fathom will actually like stay at Toulouse. Maybe he will. I don't know. But he was like $30. Probably he's not. He's a terrible scorer. But this was like I needed another. Like it's a 4th goalkeeper, so I wasn't like super stressed about it. And then this is kind of the definition of like my 4th lineup, just trying to get a 4th one out there. And so we'll see. 35 mil for Bakwa. It doesn't even seem like enough. But anyway, so the biggest problem I had actually was it just doesn't feel like there are that many good forwards in Ligue 1. And you can say like, oh, just go get Mason Greenwood. And I'll be honest that I still have kind of a, I don't know. The guy seems like it's a bad, he doesn't seem like a nice guy. Most of them are. I guess Hakimi's there. I probably shouldn't throw stones here either. But yeah, it's like Greenwood and Bakwa there, but could be gone. And it was mostly like outside of the PSG guys. And it was like, oh, Moses Simon, I can get him. And it's like, eh. And I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the forward pool in Ligue 1 is that great. And if that's the case, then like how far can you even go with adding players? And so who do we think takes Gorieri? Yeah, Mikatweze was like really what I thought was like very expensive. And Pak Shao was like new to the league, so I wasn't really sure. I forgot about that. I was basically trying to avoid PSG and Marseille, just assuming everyone was going there. JPS said, on a mission to make Sorare more personal this year, so might run a Toulouse stack as it's closest to my house. I love the idea. Love the idea. And like Aubameyang is back, but like you look at this list and it's like, again, the top forwards all play for PSG. Like Kvaratskhelia, Doué, Barcola, Dembele, and they're all quite expensive. And so, we'll see. I don't know about this Pablo Pagis guy. Seems to have like fine scores, but Lorient are newly promoted. But I was basically trying to like at least get in through week 1 and see how far I can take these guys, and then kind of try to reassess. But if one of these lineups hits 360 points this game week, that's $25 thanks to the duplicate or the 5x hot streak. And hopefully we just keep that going all the way to $5,000. Yeah, Heinz an interesting one. I actually stopped looking at his price. What's he up to these days? That's actually a very interesting call. Really like Pardo at Lille. Does he not? Oh, because is he at Metz? Yeah, Metz don't have new cards. I had a Hein. Oh my gosh, 183. Is he hurt? Oh, red card for the first game. Love that. and no new cards. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad. I mean, $1. Who do they play after that? Fixtures. I mean, I don't think Mets are expected to be any good. So he misses the game against Strasbourg, and then they're away to Lyon, away to Paris FC. So it's really this one, Angers, and then at Monaco. Jeez. Vince Sitter, will you also buy some rares for Ligue 1? I think that is the goal. Like, the goal is to win enough in limited to then essentially like finance the rares, but we'll see. Dobbs CC had eight for his rare. That's Hein. Yeah, that's cheap. Maybe €8. Look at Pavel. Yeah, Tovan, I'm out. I ever since his time in Mexico, I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. Although Harry Trades victory lapped every time Tovan did something. Where did he go? Somewhere in Italy, didn't he? Sassuolo? No. Udinese? Is that where he went? I don't know. Who's this Pardo guy? Yeah, it was Udinese. Pardo for Lille. Is that what you said? Or you said Prado? No, you did say Pardo. I don't know. Who's that? Lille was another one that I like looked at very briefly, and then I was like, I'm going to fill out the other guys, and so I didn't keep going. Oh yeah, the goalie situation was weird. Benjamin Andre was like finally expensive. Wasn't Benjamin Andre one of the uniques that Nellis bought like way back when? Yeah, I don't see any of these guys from Lille. Was it Lille? Really like Pardo at Lille. Oh, it's for the forward position. I don't know. I do not have an in-season Broholm either. I guess because he has Rosenberg cards. What is he, $20 now, basically? Oh, Fernandez Pardo. Okay. $20 for, yeah. I mean, to be honest, what I will, there he is. What I will do is see, how much is he? $30. Honestly, what I'm going to do is see who's taking sets after week 1. I'm willing to kind of like wait for week 1. Let me add this guy to my League on Sober 26. Thank you, Genesis. Love that. I guess, what does this collection look like? Who else is in this? I mean, obviously the Lille collection is that not going to get me the collection? This player page on Lille on the like this. Oh wait, sorry. This page isn't overly helpful for me. I don't know why. Oh, Mbappe, I forgot he was there. Anyway, let's try this. Is this the best way to get to the oh, is that no. Wait a minute. Lille. Okay, so there are plenty still. Okay. 4 minutes ago for $15. Bodart starting first game week. Don't think he scored above 50 when I got him last year in contender. I did see that that Bodart was there, and I didn't want to buy it. I didn't want to like buy into a known like benching, basically. LUFC Ben, I have a lot of decently valued EFL championship players, but not sure how many of them are actually going to come good this season. Should I just sell up and take profit, or what? Championship is now in contender. Lille just brought in a keeper from Turkey too. Yeah, this is like a wait and see. I know Alexandro was like getting pretty expensive. Like, I just had a hard time buying into a team that that it like may be relying on Olivier Giroud in the year of our Lord 2025. But I do have a card of this guy, Buadi, rookie card. It's pretty cool. It's actually a really cool looking card that I apparently crafted. But yeah, that's sort of the where I'm looking at it in terms of where I am for Ligue 1. And so we'll see. Burke Ozer. Does he even have cards? So it's this guy? No. Oh, he has old cards. I'm not really looking to buy. That's not a name. That's just a group. This guy looks 45? Philly Dilly. Olivier Giroud is at Lille. You can buy his cards right now. There he is. Oh, you're talking about my 17-year-old? Buadi? He doesn't look 45. But anyway, yeah, that's where Olivier Giroud. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's sort of the plan. I have built up some collections, meaning those collections that I was discussing, like Strasbourg and Monaco and Paris FC, and this Toulouse one, obviously. But this one's at 3%. These two are 3%. To be honest, after they changed the rules, I was like, oh man, I'm going to buy like 3 cards and be at 5%. It's not that easy. It's really not. And so, once I get to 30 days, it'll be better. Buadi will move to a huge club next summer, hopefully PSG. Oh, okay. That's one of those FM24 desperation signings to meet squad requirements. So yeah, I don't know how far I'll go with these collections. To be honest, buying them, like filling them out now feels a bit dumb because I'm paying, like the floor on these things feels higher now because we still have the 5x streak and all that stuff. But like I said, I used a bunch of my XP on these cards. So like going in here, as you can see here, like Penders is at 14%, 5% for the season bonus. I got him 2% XP, 3% collection. And this lineup happens to be under the cap, which is actually shocking with Hakimi there. But, look at that. 260 of 260. And when going for streaks, I just feel like any amount of bonus helps. And so, yeah, 14, 13, 14, 14, and 14. No, that's not 2, 8. Is that 58%? Oh, yeah, there we go. On the classic Hakimi. And let's see. For these, Herdecki is at 16%. So is Henrique. Because so these are actually 2 of them. This Ish Samuel Smith, or Ishe, I don't know, is a 0, which helps big time since Lopez is 70. So I have a 6% on here. But each one, like 16%, 15, 16, 16, 14. Actually, why is Bakwa 14? That seems too high. XP, it's really only 8. They added to my bad. But yeah, I've just been kind of like making sure that I get these players up to a high enough XP that they will be able to actually score more points when they do. My Strasbourg collection, here it is at 5%. Yeah, with 17 cards. And really the only ones that I am confident that I'm going to use, I mean, Doué, if he stays, will be there. There's Sar. And here's Andre Santos, who I really hope gets a move somewhere. But it's funny because like I didn't even know where some of these guys were, but apparently like Sebas is at Bastia now, maybe. And one of these guys, Mwanga, I think, is starting for Strasbourg. Do I have him here? I haven't done any like champ. There's Mwanga. Yeah, I haven't done a champ team yet, but it might end up with some of these guys. We'll see. Philly said the bonus can't be understated for streaks. That's one of the big things I took from when you had Sorare Decon. Most of his dudes had 14 to 15%. Yeah, and it's a lot of points. A lot of points. Yeah. Dopsy said, to be honest, I thought the bonuses were somewhat meh when they first announced them, but for streaks, they can be huge. Takes us, say, 8% up to 14, etc. Yeah, it's something that it's not that the bonuses I underrated. It was actually the XP part specifically. And it was Hoodwink who has always been like, I love winning XP. Sorry, I just want to check on my All-Star. Oh, man, that is so tilting. That Delaney. 718 points with a DNP. And Mickey's right there next to me. Ugh. Cheating with a Sean Cloud. Oh, he'll pass me. Oh, man, did that game start already? Did Brøndby start? Or is it just the lineups? Because I got some arenas if I can fill. Is it a 2 o'clock for me start? Or is it already? Oh, we're still in. Oh, no, it started. Such a tease. Oh, well. Anyway, so I had like 20,000 limited XP. And I have 17,000 rare XP. But basically what I did today was go through all of my cards and try to like keep boosting them. So I boosted a bunch of my MLS ones, not many of them because I wanted to keep it, but like this lineup right here, and like River Plate, I'm sure will screw me this weekend based on what happens tonight. But like Armani, 17%, 15% Acuna, 13% Driuzzi, 13% Montiel, and it's like that's what I can't understate enough, like how much I now think, Vince, this isn't a win. Don't worry. I'm not winning. I'm not going to end up winning that one. But it was just really important to get high XP, 14, 14, 12, 15, 13. And that's going to be my hope with, or that's what I started doing with the Ligue 1 cards brand new. And so I needed to boost them as early as possible. So that's what I did. What is the best comp for someone who will be able to spend like max $30? Contender comes up in my mind right away. Yeah. I haven't looked at like challenger prices recently. Contender obviously has a ton of players that won't have full seasons of utility. But like I don't even know what an Armani costs these days. Oh no, that's classic. Hold on. So like $15-ish for, and not that he's, oh, Brøndby, a red card in the 18th minute. Yikes. Yeah, that's no good. Dopsy said, I don't mind winning XP, just think it should be more in comps as you can win 900 a day from picks. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I end up winning most of it from Arena. And that reminds me that I never did my picks today. Let's get Fitzy in there. I don't think Randy's going to start, but we'll see. And River Plate. Where was Colidio? There he is. Actually, we'll do 2 River Plates. And we'll just go all in on Armani. There we go. And the nice thing with all these is that I can do all of them. Contender is definitely the option for 30. It certainly seems that way, yeah. What's going on with Mike Eerdhuizen? Why, like, what's his deal? Oh, Remy is starting. Fun. We'll get the Hulk in there. and then Clodio. Let's go. Yeah, let's see. I'm waiting about 2 to 3 months for prices to drop. I think if you want to play through May, waiting a little bit makes sense. I think contender will always be the cheapest option, though, for sure. All right, let's win some XP. My top Prem lineup has 6% builder bonus, 17 on all new cards, and 64% captain on Haaland. Wow. That's a fun one, JPS. I can't believe Delaney didn't start. Oh, that's so tilting. Or didn't play. Or Eard's been injured. Oh, okay, Mike. He was supposed to transfer somewhere too, wasn't he? PSV, Feyenoord, or no. Was it Championship? Like Watford or something silly like that. Anyway, so Midtjylland smashed this game week 2-0, and I basically can't barely take advantage of it. Oh, someone beat me here? Oh, no, I still have, Mickey, of course. But he's got, how is he? 34 points away. Montiel, we'll see. And I have Hulk here. I basically late entried. I submitted all of these like 2 hours ago. I didn't know what Midtjylland was going to look like midweek. And so I played them in All-Star because there's no late entry super rare. And so I just slapped these guys on All-Star. I could have played that exact same lineup I could have played this lineup, except I was going to play, I don't have a rare Maxime Lopez. I have, who did I put there instead? Is it someone else from Copenhagen? Maybe it was Simsier instead. Does that make sense? Forward. Yeah, I could have played Simsier. But I don't know. But I played Delaney because does anyone know why Delaney didn't play? Mike said he moved from Sparta to Utrecht. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, Dopsy said you can get 4 Bundesliga 2 players now for $12. Then just use a classic smasher as you have championship cards to try and get the easy double streaks. That's a great idea, actually. That's certainly the most fun in terms of what you're going to get from the experience of Sorare. And apparently that's another 1,000 XP I might be winning. Low key, that's smart. It's not even low key. Not even low key. Let me see here. Can we improve these at all? I mean, surely we can, but yeah, if this Monaco center back situation is going to be a mess, that's going to be a real pain in the butt. Let's see what Strasbourg still look like. Nanasi. Do I not have a Le Marchal? I certainly don't in... Actually, let's look at that. Who am I missing from my collection? They don't even have the best matchup this week. I really should be like trying to maximize Monaco. This is the matchup that we should all be taking advantage of this weekend. Just to let you know, though, it's a cup for Germany the next game week. Oh, yeah, that's right. Is there free-to-play coming? I actually don't know, Andreas. I'm not sure. So I guess I just need Kamara. That's really who I should be getting. That's annoying because he's expensive. Where is he? $51, man. And where has he been going? 40-ish dollars. So if I, let's see. So who else do we have here? There's Bireth, who I'm not going to get. Like, who plays if Akliuche actually leaves? Can't be Golovin, can it? Golovin, I never know. Yeah, I mean, and then Majecki went to Brest, right? So he doesn't even really count. And I did buy Philip Cohn just in case like Herdecki wasn't ready to start right away. I paid like $10 for this card, which is such a stupid amount to pay for a backup goalkeeper. But, you know, sometimes you got to do things like that. You're a whale now. Spend, my boy. Spend. Why? What am I a whale about? What happened to the free arenas and single league arenas? They just haven't. I mean, literally, this is the first game week of Sorare 26, really. So I don't think we should be expecting all of these things early up. How much do we think it costs just to complete this collection? I like how you just had to add it. You can't even like find out how much it costs. But I don't know. But that was Monaco. And then the Strasbourg one, like I'm still 80 points away. So I got to buy 3 more cards to get to 4%. And I don't think that there's anyone I'm like really, I mean, I tried to get a Mogu. I have his jersey mint Saint Etienne card from last year. I think that's who it was. A Mogu. Is he a Chelsea kid? Yeah, I do. Look at this. Pretty sure this is a jersey mint. I bought this card. It is a jersey mint. I bought this card. Oh, an auction. Look at me. In order to boost my Davidashvili. Contender has been on for weeks. Well, Contender has been, but it's not. Laird needs to do 3 streams for Sorare a week to get these collections. Yeah, I mean, probably more than that, to be honest. Philly Dilly with the ears ringing. Did someone say single league arenas? Not yet. Not yet. But the way that I think I'm just going to do it is just that. Picked up Gabriel Paulista for like 50p this game week. Guess what? He's done in 4 minutes of his game. Oof. Signed back from Chelsea for 12 mil this summer. Atagana is also likely coming in to compete at the 6. Some real talent in that position. So that's the thing. My guess is that I will. It's a real tricky spot because reasonably we should be waiting, or I should be waiting. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. # not financial advice. But I kind of like want to build up the collections right away because we have this 5x streak going. And I want to make sure I take advantage of that while also, do we have the double streak, with the double payouts also through the end of September? Let's see. League on. So yeah, double rewards until the end of September. So I want to like take advantage of those while still also making sure I'm as competitive as I can be. And with a team like Strasbourg, Lutic said only for Challenger and Contender. Now, Challenger and Contender had the lower thresholds, but I didn't think. I thought they still had double. Am I wrong? Boosted 2x, boosted 5x. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the one-time thing, and then we go back to normal. I don't know why I thought it's still doubled. 2x is for everything. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's go to the blog. Surely it's there. Hot Streak Masters double up. All right, let's see if it's listed in here because I assumed it was. So it's 5x on all the first ones. Yeah, okay. Once you miss a target or finish your streak, you return to milestone 1, where you can continue to enjoy the 2x boost on all Hot Streak rewards until the September 26th through 30th game week. Yeah, okay, perfect. Lower target is everything but champ in MLS. Well, yeah, there's no in-season champ anyway, so it wouldn't be that. But yeah, so I actually, for those of you who are familiar with the moves that I've done over the last few months, I sold my rare Bukayo Saka yesterday for a bit of a flip. Like I made $20 on it or something. I'm not sure it was like the greatest of flips, but I went to make a champ lineup and I was like, it's not even worth it. After seeing some of the ones that I had previously seen. So like the best I could do, let's see, Leno. I mean, who is even going to be good here? Rafa Marin, Villarreal against Oviedo. It's a disrespectful score, I'm not going to lie. So I had, oh no, not here. I didn't have Saka there. Due is out. What does this mean? Muscle injury. Interesting. I wonder where they get that from. Laird could be good against Sunderland. And then let's see. I have Bruno Fernandes, and this was Saka. Now it's not. Let's call it Tchouaméni against Osasuna. And then I have Rafinha. And then I would play I'd probably want to play Doku away to Wolves, but be too nervous. And then I would play Alvarez away to Espanyol instead. And like, it's a lineup, but I'm not sure this is all that competitive, to be honest. Even with Saka. And so I was kind of like, did I not buy enough of these guys? Idrissa could be good in that mid spot. Who they play against Leeds. I've checked it. It is indeed only 5 Prem game weeks with the double streak. I think they're all just 5. Oh, 5 with the double. Well, what does that mean? Rob is not here for the Sunderland slander. That's fair. De Kuiper at home against Fulham. Is it like possible that he doesn't start? It's possible that nobody starts. Like, what is this? Man, it's crazy to see Buscaglia like not even 50%. Right, only 5 because of the international break. Yeah, that makes sense. Where was I here? Where were we making lineups? There we go. Oh, I could play Sar instead of, there we go. Like, it's fine. There's nothing crazy about it. I don't have any great champ cards. But, like, Rafinha is tough. Rafinha and Bruno are tough to play in Arena. And All-Star, it seems like a bit of a waste. If anything, I was saying more for tackles and interceptions, as I do think Sunderland will attack. That makes sense too. Yeah. I don't know. So we'll see. But I'm probably I think the Bruno and the Rafinha are listed. I just don't. God, this is so tilting. Wrong captain too. Literally. I guess my DNP and my goalie, who I would never captain, I was never going to captain in Delaney. I should have captained literally anyone else. Man. Bummer, dude. Anyway. Yeah. So the Ligue 1 stuff is my plan. I think my expectation, oops, I didn't mean to stay there. My expectation is that I will end up getting way more Ligue 1 cards. Like, I think there's a possibility that I end up kind of like overbuying for streaks. But who knows? Who knows? I just want to be able to make sure that I'm like as competitive as I can be each game week. And I do think, though. Oh, sorry. Hold on. You sound deflated now. No, I'm not deflated at all. I'm deflated more about that all-star lineup than anything else. Anyway, so far my experience is that all-star equals win essence, arena equals lose essence. I actually need to update my my spreadsheet, but I'm pretty sure I'm positive essence. And I'm just here to continue to get essence. Like the way that I play Sorare, I'm never going to have like a single, like I'm not going to have the like enough Ligue 1 essence that I know I can craft a Dembele or a Vitinha or something like that. Oh, actually, I was going to buy a Vitinha rare Vitinha classic in order to get to play it in this limited. I know that sounds like insane, and it's absolutely insane, but it's one of those things that I do just because of the weird things that I do on Sorare, that I have, like my Messi is from this PSG collection. It's why I bought that Hakimi from this collection. And I have a Neymar jersey mint from this collection. And so I was like, I really should just get this Vitinha. And I ended up getting a Kvaratskhelia instead because it was part of the Napoli collection. Bought it from someone in the Sorare with Laird Patreon because it was this gorgeous special edition lightning version. Shout out to Pearl, if that's how they pronounce it, for selling me that card. But I love this card. So yeah, we'll see. JPS said, got 11,000 essence and counting for Friday, 70% prem. I can't wait. Dobbsy, I'm not going to craft tomorrow. I mean, deflated about Champ Rare. Mike, I was never really that big on Champ, like Champ Classic. I knew I was way behind. And so it's not like I was building towards something great there. But yeah, I do have a decent amount of essence, but I think I'm just going to keep accumulating. And then I'll do a stream at some point, maybe in September, where you guys help me with all the clues and everything, because I'm way too stupid to do that stuff on my own. But I don't know. I'm in the mindset now of accumulating cards like through the market and then just trying to win the cash back. That the essence is just, I've said this before, I think Arena is softer now than it'll ever be. And so if I can use my essence to enter the Arena and win more essence, then I think that I think this is my best path to winning essence still. Gator Guy will try to convince me that uncapped Arena is actually the way to go, which, maybe it is. I have like a mental thing on about spending 250 essence instead of 100, but you obviously win more. I'm trying to see what day of the week my birthday is so that maybe I can stream it. My birthday's on a Wednesday this year, towards the end of September. Maybe I should do a birthday stream and just craft the hell out of a bunch of cards. That's a great idea, Mike. I don't know if I can wait that long, but maybe it doesn't even matter. I'll just craft a bunch of like MLS cards. Every 2 uncapped is 5 normal arenas. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Where do I see my breakdown? My essence. Here we go. So yeah, like I think the more Arena I play, the less MLS essence I will have. And so that's, I want to get rid of the MLS essence because I don't want to craft MLS cards. Contender cards, it's obviously the fear of crafting J League and K League cards in September. And then let's see. Rare. I don't know how I have 65% rare. How is that possible? I'm not even playing MLS. I don't believe, there's no way I have accumulated like 8,000 MLS essence. Like, no way. How much will MLS be in late September, though? Yeah, that's fair. If you wait, you accumulate more, or I lose it all, which is certainly possible. Using MLS cards in Arena. No, I'm definitely not. If anything, I'm using MLS rares in limited. Like, this is what I mean, it hasn't been going on for a while, but like my MLS in-season lineups now all have my better rares in it. Which, as you can see, they're not that great because Messi's hurt. But so, there's that. There's that. I don't know. We'll see. That's weird, though. All I'm hearing is I need to play more arenas. I mean, I like Arena. I like playing against fewer people. Like, I'm basically going into Sorare 26 saying they took out all neutral essence last week and split it between what you already had. I thought they were converting it to All-Star. But still, I still don't know how I ever had 60% MLS rare essence. But whatever. All you're going to do is waste MLS rare essence that you don't want. Oh, I didn't play Kohler. That probably pushes me. Oh, that's a killer. I had two of them too. But anyway, I think basically what I'm going to do is focus on Arena, in-season Ligue 1, and then just see what happens. Yeah, I need to wash the essence. It's exactly what I need to do. Yeah. All right, that's all I got today. Because I got places to go. Craft one rare now. I don't want to craft anything now. No need. I want to enter 10 arenas for this weekend, whether they're standard or late entry. We'll see. Anyway, thank you to everybody for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. If you are if you're enjoying the content and want to make sure that it continues to be available to you all the time, patreon.com/AndrewMLaird is the best place to support that content and to make sure you get everything. There is a Discord associated with that Sorare with Laird. With the Sorare with Laird Patreon, there are people in there who don't even play Sorare. They play MFL or Footium or Football.fun. And it's just a great place to talk to other people to talk with other people about all of the games that we'd love to play. So if you're interested in joining that, patreon.com/AndrewMLaird, as little as $5 a month. Oh, yes, please hit the like button, as Mike said. And yeah, so good luck to everybody. Everybody starts building their lineups today and tomorrow. Good luck to you. I will be back tomorrow with Andy Black for Sorare Andrews, and that'll be the way that we kick off the weekend. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming, and please make sure you get outside.